Hi, my name's Marion, aka the Green Coffee Enema Queen. It rhymes, I like it. Anyway, let's get into a couple of tips and tricks about doing a green coffee enema. My coffee enema is a low retention coffee enema, not to be confused with all the others out there, or even a colonic. It's nothing like it. A colonic is purely to clean out the colon. So if you're backed up, you've been constipated for months, maybe it's a good idea, go do one of those, but in the long haul, I'm not a fan. A colonic removes all the good bacteria from your gut, which is what you need. You need to keep all of that intact. A low retention enema does not touch the gut. It goes up through the hemorrhoidal vein and directly to the liver. So that's why the coffee enema, my coffee enemas work anyway. So when you get the kit, you're going to get the bucket, the hose, the red noodle, and a pound of coffee. On the back of the coffee bag is all the instructions how to make the coffee. Just cut the sellotape off the back so you can read what's there. Then you've got your bucket. You're going to shove the hose onto the nipple of the bucket, and at the end of the bucket, at the end of the blue hose, is a blue cap. Under that, there's some kind of lubricant. You don't need any of that. Just cut that off, get rid of it. So you've got a raw, clean edge. Then you get your sterilized red noodle and you just shove that on and it's gonna stay. It's gonna be good. It's not gonna leak. Then you've got your coffee boiled, and what you need is a stainless steel pot. I would recommend that you get a dedicated pot purely for making your coffee enemas, because the green coffee, it stains. I mean, and it will stain anything, so be careful. You don't want to have it around any white towels or any tiles that's white. Anything white, it's going to stain. You're not going to get it out. It's horrible. But it's the green coffee that actually works to stimulate the bile ducts in the liver. So once you've cooked your coffee, like I said, the instructions are on the back of the bag. It's really simple. You boil distilled water, 32 ounces, and then you turn that down a little and add the 3 tablespoons of the green coffee slowly so it doesn't all boil over. And then you let it just kind of boil, roll boil gently for about 3 minutes without the lid. And that is so all the oils can escape. And then you put the lid back on and you simmer it for about 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Don't overthink it. That needs to cool. You can cool it in the freezer. You can leave it overnight to cool down. And then once you begin with your enema, you're going to have to top it back up with more distilled water because you would have lost some in the evaporation process. So now you're ready to begin. I'm not going to go into the whole thing because that'll be another video. But once you get started and you're laying down, a lot of people ask me, oh my God, I can't hold it, because you are meant to hold it for up to 15 minutes. Anything over 15 minutes is redundant because it has no therapeutic benefits after 15 minutes. So if you cannot hold it, then what I recommend is you start. You've got your 32 ounces in your bucket. You've already released a little bit to release air and start the flow of the coffee. You're going to insert that into your bottom and then unclamp it and let the coffee flow. So if you can take all 32 ounces at once, that is great. You might be able to even hold it for 12 to 15 minutes the very first time you do a coffee, because that means it hasn't quite gotten into the guts of your liver really. So, but if you find you can't hold it, this is what I suggest. You take 6 ounces, 6 or 7, or 8, it doesn't matter. Take 6, 7 or 8 ounces, clamp it off, pull the red tube out and try to hold that for 3, 6 or 9 minutes. Think of it in 3-minute intervals because it takes 3 minutes for the blood to circulate the liver, kind of like a dialysis thing. You're just pumping through and cleaning. So think of it in 3, 6 or 9 minutes. Then you go dump that down the toilet release it, and come back and take the other 24 ounces or whatever you've got left. So basically, that way you've eliminated the initial dumping of toxins that has been released from your liver. Because when your liver is releasing toxins into the bloodstream, it wants out. So it's going to push its way out. And that way, if you just take the first 3, 6, 9 minutes and dump that, that will give you time to be able to breathe through the rest. And then once you've taken that other 24 ounces, you just want to try and hold that for 12 to 15 minutes. And like I said, anything longer than 15 is redundant. Go dump it, sit on the toilet for a minimum of 10 minutes. I want you bending, twisting, turning, rubbing your kidneys, rubbing your stomach, anything to stimulate the movement. That should do it. 10 minutes is all you need on the toilet. And then the hot shower is the dream of the whole thing, I think. And it makes you feel so good. You're going to notice a huge difference in your skin, your hair, your eyes, your clarity, your focus, your energy. It just covers so many things. But it's not going to happen overnight, right? So do what you can do. Once you first start doing a green coffee enema, I would want you to do one a day for the first 30 days. It's no good doing one, leaving it a week and going back and doing another one. That is not going to stimulate the gallbladder and the liver to get the toxins out. So that's what we need. Sometimes you might have to do a second one that day. And how you will know if you need to do a second one is you're going to feel a little yucky, like, oh God, stomach don't feel good, I've got a little bit of a headache, a runny nose, all of those things. Generally doing a second one, leave it a couple of hours, you can eliminate all those symptoms that you're feeling. So sometimes you might even need to do 3 a day. You can do up to 5 quite safely. Just make sure that your electrolytes are in balance. That's easily done with our pink salt. We have a microbiome pink salt, which you can read about that on my website. It's amazing stuff. You will need about 2 teaspoons of that a day, either in your water, on your food, on your tongue. If you're getting a headache, put some of the salt on your tongue. It'll take your headache away. Cramps, put it on your tongue. It'll take the cramps away. So I think that's it. I hope those little tips and tricks have helped you. One other thing, if you wear contact lenses, take them out while you're doing a coffee enema, because while you're trying to purge toxins, it's coming out through your eyes and your nose, so you're going to get a runny nose and your eyes. But that's a good thing. Like, let it come out, let it do its thing. And then after your hot shower, blow your nose and you should feel fine. So I think that covers that initial batch of instructions for the beginning. It's just that I keep getting the same questions over and over. On the home page of my website, right at the bottom, scroll down, and there's a bar that you can, go across, and you're going to see several different videos. So there is a video, it's animated, on how to do a coffee enema, how you should lay, what you should do, all of that. And you should be laying on your right side, knees up, in the fetal position. That is the way to detox the liver. There's that video. There is the video on how to connect the bucket and the tube. Please look at that. Don't get that wrong, because you'll end up having a leak. There's many videos on there, I think. So again, even on the thumbnails on the picture on my website of the coffee enema kits, the thumbnails has the instructions on how to make coffee and several other things. So most everything you will need to know is on my website. When you check out, when you're checking out the coffee enema kit, at the bottom there is request a free copy of my enema book. So get that. If for some reason you don't get that, just email me, Marion, at directionwithpurpose.com, and tell me you didn't get the ebook, and we will send that to you. That'll go to your email. There's 2 forms of it. There's a colored copy, of the book, and then we did a black and white one in case you wanted to print it off and have it there for your reference. It just talks about coffee enemas. It talks about how it works, why it works, where it originated from. Did you know that the coffee enemas was actually in the Merck Medical Journal as a cure up until like 1973, I think, when you know who had it removed. But anyway, it's a thing. It works. It saved my life, and it's saving many others' lives. And of course, if you have any other questions, please reach out and contact me at marian@directionwithpurpose.com. I will try my best to get back to you within 24 hours. Sometimes things get a little bit lost in the hundreds and thousands of emails that I get, but I will always try to get you. My phone number is also on my website. Feel free to reach out. Okay, I think that's it. If you have any other questions, please, I'm here. I want you to really benefit from these coffee enemas just like I have, and I know you're gonna love them. Okay, see you later.